tissue, ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Might be changing the route. They'll move the tight end. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. There he goes. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Allen. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They go right back to it. And
stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Oh, they're after him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
The Tigers will come to the line to convert on 4th down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went
breaks into the open. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He might want another play. They're going to ride this running back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The Ducks want to move quickly. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Oregon teams, the ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
And the Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Tight end now in motion. Power football with the run. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Throws for the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
And the offensive line has to do a better job protecting their man. It's 4th down. He needs some time to make a play. The defense brings the blitz, beats the offensive line, and gets the big sack.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. To the air. It's Elway. Fires to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer? When it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception.
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Ducks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The short hands, it's Hardy. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. The Ducks will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Back to throw, it's Elway. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, Wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Caught in the backfield, it's Allen. Turning it on! Ripping off a really good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and they'll take it in. Touchdown, Tiger.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and their defense has set him up. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking for a man. It's Elway. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Unleashes one. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They go right back to this guy on second and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. He's got him in the flat. Touchdown, LSU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
all you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays of special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Send the tight end in motion. On the run, it's Hardy.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time.
Oh, he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. The 40. Inside the 30. Past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you built some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Not much drives Moraines up, and the ball slipped out.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Quarterback making checks. They'll move the tight end. They try to get it outside on the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
That's caught. It's Hardy. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. It gets an explosive play for this offense.
The hurry up now, second down, caught kicking. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds the tight end. There he goes. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll throw it to the end zone, and it's picked off. Past the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And there's something don't see often. A 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Dropping back, it's Elway. Going for the big play. He's got it. Gets loose in the middle. Touchdown, LSU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. State will kick it off to get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Hardy. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Tight end now in motion. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to seal the edge on the right. They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get this. Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Georgia State.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gilbert. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He'll keep it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play. Now deep in the opponent's territory, the defense has just been dominant on this drive.
The Ducks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. From midfield, looking for room. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw, it's Elway. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Snaps it in the shotgun. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. That's the 50. He's at the 40. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. The offense changing the play. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick 6, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So
breaks into the open. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. Georgia State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. He takes over, ready to send out the offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Georgia State jumps back to the line. To the air. It's Elway. Flushed out of the pocket. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy. I think they had an explosive play the play prior, and they decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away. But the defense was ready for it. What a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
Makes the catch. It's Smith. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Smart play by the quarterback. Nothing open. Dump it off to your running back. And listen, he's a running back. He's used to having the ball in his hands, and he's a big running back. So if you want to bring that to the ground in the open field, it's very difficult. Great job by the running back making a play.
Finds a crease at the 20. He's brought down the one of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Panthers are rolling down the field. To the air on first down. Got his man. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Quarterback sneak, trying to get a push. Scores on the sneak.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Again, no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Going right to work up top. He's got the tight end. Turning it on. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know that's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
And the Ducks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. He's already thrown 1 interception, and before this gets in his head, I think the way to fix it is to get the mechanics squared away.
And sometimes you get rushed and everything happens a step faster right in the games, and then you realize, like, I'm bending, I'm throwing off my back foot. Like, slow it down, take some deep breaths, understand, like, I'm going to be protected, I'm going to be all right. Let's make some things happen.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Hardy. Inside the 25. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
We're only in the first half, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Elway. It's complete on the right side. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Panthers are in the hurry-up. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Got a man, it's Smith. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. And the Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
From the gun. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Georgia State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. They want to throw it. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Wants to go up top on first down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He wants to change this route. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Complete to the left. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field, trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The give is to Smith. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense.
Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And they'll take a knee. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Elway. Got his man on the right. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And for some inexplicable reason, he takes a knee. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Hand off from the shotgun.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Finds his man. It's Smith. They're able to make the stop, and not before Georgia State has a first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Here's the handoff. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. The Panthers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the 4th quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Back to throw. It's Elway. Quickly complete. Now,
man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Working that left side now. They'll mark him down at the 2. Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Offense in a bunch formation. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Quickly to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Spits it out to the back. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Makes the grab. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Alson Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Finding open areas. Lots of room to run. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did. but they gave up a huge play. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. They'll move the tight end. Right back to the well. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Here they're trying to get it to the edge. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hardy. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Oh, he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Finds his man. It's Marshall. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air, it's Iamaleava. Looking down the middle. And he dropped it, just didn't loop the thing all the way in.
Well, quarterback had exactly what he wanted there. He had his big fella work in the middle of the field. You thought that was going to be an easy pitch and catch? Not so much. It's a mental error by the tight end. They got to clean that up.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Puts it out of the air. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Off the RPO, complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Quarterback moving. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
They just keep firing. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends.
Think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Farmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to get the corner. There he goes. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
If you want to test the physicality of the defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks. And you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Hardy. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hardy. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking left. Got his man. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there. The Sun Devils will kick it away to start. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Hardy. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Ducks in the hurry up. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his big tight end. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Wants to adjust the pattern. The toss to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, defense doing a great job of winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Tight end now in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll be stopped right at the 43-yard line. It'll be fourth down. Now to see if they want to spin that wheel of fortune. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Pressure coming. With the catch, it's Hardy. Breaks into the open. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll toss it to the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. Right? That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Tight end finds a soft spot. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
First and goal.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Making side adjustments here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. That's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense. Now you're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw it with a little bit more room to work with.
Finds his man. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Oregon. First score of the game goes up.
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole first quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
To the air on second down. The short hands, it's Weber. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Claiborne. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. On the run, still looking. Pulls it in. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Will you please just stay in the pocket? It's so much easier to come get these guys when you know where they are, but great job by the offense, rolling the pocket, getting the quarterback outside. More time now, can run the football or take shots down the field.
That's reeled in. It's Claiborne. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Finds his big tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Bully ball on 3rd and short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back.
offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
Well, the play caller's got to look up.
Got some room in under the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not that.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Pulls it in, it's Tate. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. A strike downfield.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field to catch the defense off guard.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Grab behind the line. It's Jordan. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Sun Devils! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on! And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Backed up now, here's second and long. Might be calling a hot route. Trying to turn the corner on the right.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. And they were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. And the misconnection on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Quickly out to the tight end. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Fires downfield. Big tight end makes the grab, it's a first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. 1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Might be changing the route. Trying to get the edge on the right. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've got paths to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
And the Ducks are on the move.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Second down, they'll go to the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Really great job in coverage by the defender on that play, swatting the ball away.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He'll pull it on the read. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
And I'm just not sure about that decision. In the 4th quarter, obviously, we're not going to have very many possessions left. I might would have been able to go for this. The field goal cuts into the lead, but I still think it's a 2-possession game, so I might would have stayed aggressive and gone for it there.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm. Yeah,
Or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Motion from the back. Got it behind the line. It's Claiborne. There he goes. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. Hard running there. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and goal. to get it in with the run. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Timeout.
After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. They'll give it to the back.
Yeah, and really good 3rd down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Arizona State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
There's no mercy rule in college football.
They fake it as they are unable to extend the lead. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back